Hello, good morning. Hi, Jim. How are you doing today? Happy Friday. We have Zilby today, so we get to start off with that. Albert, hello. How are you doing? Today is let's see. Today's Friday. Today is the last morning stream of the year. It's the last stream. It's the last morning stream of the schedule. There's a lot of lasts and a lot of firsts next week too. So it'll be good. I'll probably wait until closer to the end of the stream, and then we'll do a channel update video, and we'll record that. So that'll be fun. In the meantime, hi. A little pet, and let's jump back into trees. So what is this? This is the Code Crafters GitHub Get challenge. Oh right, there's no. It's like code. Books builds. Chantilly, hello. Happy Friday. That's right. How are you doing today? Let's see. What was it called? It was, I usually do this. Oh, there it is. Code Crafters get Rust. So one question that somebody had for me was, can I share the code? And I was like, I don't know if they want me to do that. But then I noticed up here, it's Friday, so freaking good. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Friday is so freaking good. So apparently I hadn't noticed this section up here. So what I can do is I can apparently publish to GitHub. So I could I can do this. Now they're gonna put it in my personal GitHub, which I think is fine. I do need to install like the GitHub app, so I can do that after a stream, and then I'll share that on my Discord. So that way then you can like see my code without having to like apparently log in. And because I think you can see all of everybody else's code here. I don't know if it passed all of the challenges or not, but that's what we're working on. So that being said, let's take a look at where we left off. We were in the LS tree. And let's see. In the LS tree. File name, mode and file. If I remember correctly, oh right, we have the tree object, so we can create a single tree object. Bamero, hello, good morning. How are you doing today? We have to figure out where one of these begins. So what I'm curious about is that if I get one more of these, so if I where I decompress. Okay, so I do a tree object, new and bytes. It would be really nice because I don't know when this starts, right? Like I know I get a tree object from bytes. I'm handing the full slice of bytes, right? And I don't know how long this is, so it could be really interesting. We have size, but I don't think that's really helpful for us. Maybe it is, but I don't necessarily think so, because I think that's the size of the name of the object after everything else, which is also dynamically sized. So that's cool. We could, if I create a tree like this, I could get the next one, right? Like I could have like the index and just store that in here, but that's not really related to this tree struct. So I don't really know the ramifications of doing something like having a tuple for self and then also having a usize, which would be the index of the last null that we got. So if I were to do this, then we're going to return that, and then also I need mode null index. Where's the last index? I guess the mode null index is the last index. So if we hand it the mode null index, and this is the last used index. So then we have the offset is the number of indexes to use. It would be interesting to create one that's a offset like just the number of nulls to offset. That could be interesting too. And maybe that would be better to do. Because then I could just say like, okay, well, I know that each of these is 2 nulls or 3 nulls, so we'll go ahead and just like skip to that. Okay, so if I do that, let's try creating another tree object. So no, I want another tree object 2. Another last use, so second last used index. Do a tree object new, and then we're going to bytes and then slice this from last used index +1 through to the end. So if I do that, then I want to debug out, let's get tree object. So we get tree object 1, and then we'll also get tree object 2. So we can just see both of those. Okay, so I don't think I have any errors. Nope. So let's go ahead and run this. Let's see, we're gonna do a cargo run and that tree. Ooh, error. Okay. Shandu, hello. Hey, how are you doing today? Okay, so else tree line 49. Okay, so that's down in tree objects when we're trying to read to string. Oh, so apparently it's not the next, like the very next one. Let's try like +2. I don't have to wrap this, right? It's like it will do the plus and then do the range. I hope so. It doesn't look like it's doing it. Okay, let's I bet there's some stuff in here. I bet there's some stuff going on here. So I kind of want to go and update our utils for get index of the next null. And I want to offset, instead of offset index, I want to change this to an offset number of nulls. So offset nulls. So this one we don't have to change anything with, right? We're going to offset 0 nulls and it should be exactly the same. This one I want to offset, give me the second null. So offset, instead of the first index plus 1, let's just do offset 1. I don't actually need the first index. Okay, so if I run the test, this should fail because we get the wrong thing back. Okay, so now we can go and fix this. So offset nulls, that'll be a U size. If let some index, okay, so we're gonna, unfortunately, I don't think I can just do the skip like this anymore. I can't do a skip. And if I find this position, now I'm in a closure here, but offset null is a U size, which means it implements copy for us. So I could copy this in here. So I want to move a copy of offset nulls in here. And then I only want to check if byte. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. There's a lot of I do that a lot where it's like, well, maybe this is a good idea and maybe it's a terrible idea. So if byte I'm taking ownership of this, right? So I can make that. Oh wait, I don't want to make that mutable. Hold on. So I need to copy that in here. So offset. So copy you in if the byte is equal to the, well, if the byte is equal to null, then I want to also check to see if the offset wait, can I just split? I can split, right? That'd be much better. So instead of skip, instead of position, let's do this over again. So we're gonna say I want let our result, our bytes, we get an iterator. Oh, can we? Oh, wait, because it's a, I can't split. Wait, can split? Returns an iterator over subslices separated by elements that match pret. Oh, separated by, okay. So I want to do this. Split. Okay, so let's split the entire thing. We get our bytes, and I want the bytes is equal to b, like that. That gives us this split. I want to get the offset of this, so I want I want to return some. I wonder if I can get that from here. It's like result. There's no get. Nth. Return the nth element of the iterator. Okay, so give me the nth, which is the offset nulls. Which gives me a option. Ooh, an option split. So we're gonna have to map you. We're gonna get this. Oh, it actually is the thing. Okay, never mind. I don't think I have to map it. I think it was a generic that I was looking at. Oh, I want the index of the next null. Wait a second. I can completely change this around. I can just get the next chunk. I kind of like that even more. So I could just do next chunk, offset nulls. This will be a U8. We get our result. Okay, so offset nulls. You need to be mutable. Okay. And lots of errors now. So, okay, so in test, this should no longer return index to next nulls. This should now return first chunk. Return chunk before first null. So there we are, string expected. Okay, so this is gonna be expected value now. Oh, it's gonna be as bytes, so we have to do something like this. You're no longer index the next null. You're now, what is it? Something chunk. Next chunk. We're gonna have, okay, so we want our string. I like to do my, oh wait, no, I like to do my result like that. Okay, so this is my string goes in here. As bytes, okay, and then you are going to be the offset null, so I want 0 offset nulls. We unwrap you, and then I want my result is going to be the result and the expected value. Okay, good on that. Next thing here, so we have this string. Our string, we have our string bytes, first index, so like first chunk really. It's gonna be get next chunk or next chunk, I think. Our string bytes, the offset nulls we want. Okay, so actually I don't even do this to get at all. We can skip that. I want expected, so we're gonna do let expected result. It's gonna be equal to. So if I want this second one in here, has bytes. Result is index. Okay, so it's gonna be next chunk, string bytes, and I want 1. Result is gonna be the expected result. Okay. And then you don't exist anymore. Okay, so we have to change these to now like handle this stuff and now. Now we know how many chunks we need, don't we? So if this works the way we want it to, we're gonna first get the what is it? Is it 2 chunks? It's basically we have chunk 1. So that's like the header is 2 things, and then that's that's 1 chunk. And then we're gonna have the mode, which includes the name, which is another chunk. So it's two chunks. So I want, give me the first give me the first 2 chunks. That doesn't really help with this, does it? I might need to grab those 2 out here. So let's okay. So no more of those. All right, that's good. That's good. Let's run the tests. See if these tests work. Excellent. Okay, so they're working as expected, which means this is gonna have to change around a little bit, because I think what we can do, so we get our decompressed bytes. Instead of passing the tree the full bytes, I get the first 2 things. I get the first 2 chunks, which we know is gonna be the mode and the header and the mode. So we're gonna let's start a loop. We're gonna want tree objects, so that our tree objects in here. I want to get the header, so basically the next header, right? So we also need to know how much like our offset that we need, right? So offsets, and we're going to want to just continuously +1 this. So so if I start that at 0, we're going to want to get a header. We have our bytes, so we hand it the bytes, and then we hand the offset, so that's going to be the chunk offsets. And hopefully this should exist. So I'm gonna go ahead and unwrap this. It'll be very interesting to see if we get an error on unwrap. Let mode is going to be, then we want the next chunk. We have our bytes, and then our offset is 1. Oh, I want to increase the offset. So this will be chunk offsets plus equals to 1. And then chunk offsets. Okay. Have semicolons. Okay, we do that. Then we should be able to, let's just, do I want to like create the tree from this? This should work, but we've now done a lot of coding without verifying anything. I kind of want to just put this into a strings and then print them out. So let's debug out, what was it? It was like standard. Oh, I don't have that as a use statement anymore. What was I doing? I was... Yeah, I was doing this thing where it was like actually getting the string header. Okay, I could just do that in here. So we get the header. Gonna get let's get the header bytes. We are going to header bytes, read to string. I want mute header, unwrap you. Header bytes, you need to be mutable, I think. You don't know what you are. It's okay. We'll be fixing that very shortly. Okay, so we have our header bytes that's read to string. It's actually coming you up. We chunk offset you. Okay, so we have our mode bytes. Let our mode oh, you need to be unwrapped for reasons. Read to string. Throw the mode in there. Unwrap you. Let's chunk offset, increment you. And then we will, what do we want to do for this? We want to, I just, at this point in time, want to debug the header and then the mode. And then I probably just want to end at this point in time. So I'm going to throw a to-do on here, which is going to obviously crash the system after one go around, but that's okay. I think that's going to be fine. Okay, so if we do this, if we run you, there's no errors. Let's see if we get what we expect. That was a test. Okay, so we have header tree 338 mode. Okay, that worked. Excellent. So we should be able to update our tree object now. So if we come back down to our impl, this should be a lot simpler now, right? So I should be able to say, we're going to take in the, we can just say that we take in two things, right? We take in the header bytes and we take in the mode bytes, and then the rest of it should be fairly similar. So surprised this isn't doing anything like taking in a new thing. All right, so we have header bytes, which is going to be a you need to be mutable, don't you? Header bytes of a slice of U8, and then we want mode bytes. I just need you to return self. I don't need like this entire header null index anymore. We have the header bytes, so we get the header. Okay, so get the header as a string. We then read the header bytes into this string. We then take our header, so we shadow you? Yeah, we shadow you. We trim and we split by the white space, which means then we get our object type and get that out, and then we get the size out. So that should be fine. Everything should be like exactly the same as we had before. We don't need the node null index. We already have the bytes for this. So we create the mode and file name string. So this is going to be the mode bytes. We read that to string. We then trim, split, and white space, and we get the mode and the file name out. We don't need you. We don't need you. I don't need you. So then we return self and return all that. Okay, excellent. You are upset. The method read to string exists for mutable reference, mute U8, but its trait bounds are not satisfied. Do I need a trait bounds on it? Oh, it requires for it to be read. You're read up here because you know. How does it know that it's going to get this, right? What are you? What type? Like, so it knows that it's getting this read to string. I have IO read here. How do I tell you that you're that type? Okay, basically, do you not need to be mutable? Is that what it is? Do I just do that and then you'll be fine? Oh, that's what it is. Okay, and header bytes needs to be mutable. Oh, can I do something? That doesn't feel right. Oh, but that is right. Okay, never mind. That's exactly right. So if I run this again, we're getting the same thing out. The code works. Okay. That's good. Okay, so now I can call new on tree object. All right, so we get the header bytes. I don't need to do this entire thing with header. So I don't need you. I do need to chunk offset this. So I do need to do that. Then I get the mode bytes. I don't need that. I chunk offsets this again. And then we're going to get the tree. So let the tree object is going to be a tree object. Pass it new, and then that's going to be our header bytes and our mode bytes. And then I want to debug the tree object. Okay, no errors. There's our tree object. Okay, that's good. Now, the big question, and the reason why we switched over to doing this is how many nulls do we have to skip before we can do this again, right? So if I remove our to do, we're going to stuff the tree objects in here. Okay. We stuff those in there, and then we know, I'm pretty sure we need to chunk offset you at least one more time. So, this might be a 2 here. And then after our loop is, okay, how do we know when our loop is done? Oh, when there's no more chunk offsets. As soon as this becomes a none, because there are no more, that's we're done, aren't we? So this is gonna be let some mute that, no longer unwrap, we have an else, and then we'll break out of the loop if it's an else. Okay, and then down here, let's go ahead and debug all of our tree objects. And let's see how many we get. There should, I'm curious if this is gonna work. Okay, so we crashed. All right, so invalid UTF-8. So let's try just continually increasing this until it maybe works, or until we're like no longer confident that this method is a good way of doing it. Which I'm starting to get to that point now. I don't know how many. There's a lot of offsets. Now, what we can do is we could handle the error and just ignore it, right? So this is on line 30. So this is in here. Really? Wait, line 30. Oh, it's on unwrap on a none value. Oh. But we're getting the header bytes? Hold on, now I'm confused. So if I do something like that, we're getting, okay, not valid UTF-8. Not valid UTF-8. And that's on line 63. So that's down here when we're creating the tree. Not valid UTF-8. Okay. Not valid UTF-8. What was it? Like, we're getting up there. Not valid UTF-8. Now it's a none value. Which means you existed, but you didn't? Now I just wanna look at what this is again. Ah. Okay, fine. Let me. Oh, header bytes is empty. Header bytes is empty. Oh, interesting. So there's a bunch of nulls in that line. I wonder if there's like a new line. I wonder if it's like new lines that we're looking for now. Okay. So if we go through all of this, so that this doesn't seem to be all that useful to us. It's almost like what I want to do is now we further reduce our bytes. Can I find okay, so let's do that. Okay, I want bytes. We're gonna get an iter. Let's get a position. Let's see if we can find a position of each, like if there's like a new line character. So I want byte is equal to like a new line. I wonder if it's an RN or if it's just an N. Can I do that with an, is that like a, yeah, I could, so we'll have to see. Let's let index equals to that. Let's debug the index. So this will crash, but oh, there's a new line in here at index 151. Okay, so maybe I need to split this. I need to split our bytes by new lines, and with each line being a new thing. Okay. We're getting somewhere now. So we have our bytes, and then I kind of want to do for each to split over the bytes, right? So let's do a, because the split is an iterator, we can probably, instead of just doing a blind loop like this, we can probably just do for line. So I can shadow this bytes here because I don't think I need it right now. So for bytes in bytes, let's get an iterer. Wait, can I split off directly here? Oh, I can split. Okay, so split. Split at. No, that divides one slice into two. Okay, so this is what I want to do. Split. It takes a predicate, so we're going to get a byte. And I want to say the byte is equal to a new line. Okay, so for bytes in this, then get the next. Okay, so get the next chunk of this one. So I don't think I need chunk offsets now. We just need our tree objects. So you don't need to be mutable. So we're going to get our header bytes. Next chunk, chunk offsets is going to be 0. I don't know if I need that. I think we can just straight unwrap you. I don't need to do that. We don't need the sum. Okay, so then let the mode byte equals next chunk, and then you're gonna be 1. Okay, then give us a push in a new tree object by passing those in there. That was a test, and I don't need you. Okay, let's see if this works and we get a bunch of tree objects. No errors. Okay, so did not contain valid UTF-8. This is on line 55. I'm curious. Let's as we go through this, let's print out how many trees we got, because like maybe we got a bunch of them and maybe we didn't. All right, so for you, I want to debug the tree objects. So this is going to be a growing list. What are you upset about? Oh, yeah, I don't need to take ownership of you. So we get 1. We got 1. Okay, that's not great. Okay, so let's back to this. They had the Stack Overflow was like inspecting what was inside the tree objects. So it was tree content size null, entries having references to other trees and blobs. So like this is the thing that I'm worried about, is like now okay, so I wrote a script deflating tree objects. It outputs it follows, but that's not really helpful. Oh, we only get this one tree this time. Oh. Ooh, okay, hold on. We get header once, and then the rest of them is that one. So do I have an off by one error with this? I think, okay, so I think the tree objects, I think what I would have to do is I have to get the header bytes out of here. This will be always offset that, and so maybe you're always offset of 0 from there. Maybe. Let's try it. No, okay, so invalid UTF-8. So I got the header bytes out before the loop, and then I'm just looping through and getting the first thing after that. Oh no, because like the first line doesn't have that. What does the rest of that look like? Yes, this person is also asking, like, shouldn't there be an RN or generally some form of new line after one of those? Okay, so yeah, basically we're gonna get tree, size, mode, file name, that entire thing. Okay, if you want to create the whole tree, no, that's creating a tree object. I don't think that's what I want. Okay. A get tree contains the data in the form tree. Okay, and then entry plus, is that like unknown size? Entry octal, that's dir, and then SHA-1 bytes. A SHA-1 sum, we know. Okay, so this is like, Well, okay, the SHA-1 hash is encoded as 20 unsigned bytes, so I can probably just skip by 20. Okay, so this is unpacking a single object. Oh, this is Perl. I haven't looked at Perl in years. Okay, so if the tree object, that is similar to, Perl loves this. Okay, so it's similar to that. Yay. Here's that. Okay, here's the 20 characters. So you're getting the entire line, I think. Then we're extracting mode, name, and bytes out of these three things. Okay. And then we're printing them out. Oh, and then we're doing it again. Okay, okay. So I need to read through Wait, that's another 0. No, wait, die. Okay, unless. Oh, so the first line is different. Jim. I do love those. I do love like the Zilby emote is so fun. I need to get more of those. Oh, you unlocked emotes? Nice, excellent. I do need to get more of them. I'm gonna have time more for that soon. Okay, so subgetry. Oh, wait. So is like, is the first one and the second ones are different? Okay, so they got, okay, they get all of them. Okay. So my method of going through here is I think a little bit wrong. Okay, so am I pivoting more structured learning streams? Will kind of. It's more gonna be my work situation has changed, which allows me to change the stream schedule a little bit to be a little bit nicer, a little bit better. Hopefully make it so that Albert doesn't have to come here like, you know, twice a day, stay up super late just to keep what is it called, what was that, like the number of them going good with that? It'll be good. We can go ahead and do that too. Since it is 8, we can pivot, because like this is, I think I now know what we need to do. Let's write this down. So I think what's going on, and then I'll do a channel update. I think what's going on is that we have the first line has the tree and the other thing, and I was sort of assuming that like the headers and all of them, and so I think that's absolutely not true. Like the header is the first one only. So we get the header, and then we get. So we have header, like the first line only. So then a backslash a null. So I don't think there's new lines. I think like that's just lucky if I'm finding new lines. I think I'm finding them in like weird places. So we have the header, first line only. So this is all going to be one header. This is once. Backslash 0. And then we're going to get, so that, what is that? That's going to be like the tree. So we have tree, once, backslash 0. And then we're going to have the size, object. Okay, so we have object type tree. We have the backslash 0. And then I think we have tree again. So tree 338. Name backslash 0. No, that's not correct. I think it's it was like the first one was header and object type. Yeah, so it's a little bit odd. I think we need to do more experimentation with like printing out what we're getting with like between each of the zeros. So I think like that utility function is probably not as helpful as I was hoping that it would be. So more experiments needed. More black box testing needed. If you're not familiar with it, black box testing is where you don't know how the thing works. And so you're basically just testing it to cut away what it's not. And you can figure out what's actually going on by just putting in different inputs and then checking around it. So this is a way for us to sort of look at that and understand it, because this tells us a lot, but not necessarily giving us like all the information that we need, or at least it's not like helping me sort of like fully like, okay, I can now code the full thing. I still need to like sort of see it to understand it, and then I can go full thing. So all right, that being said, do I have like a full screen mod thing, but I don't know if I have that. That kind of works. You can see the AI that I wrote in the background. That's cool. I don't need that. What did that do? That turns on I guess like that's my green screen back here, which is all turned into black. What can I do with that? I can, oh, I can't actually cut that off, can I? Oh, that's the wrong keyboard. I can go like that. Put me in a center. There. We can do this. So large me. I should be good enough resolution, right? And let's see, I have a record button, so I can record this out and then we'll upload this. Otherwise I'll just lose it and I won't know it. So let's do our a little update here. Hey everybody, Brooks here with Brooks Builds with a channel update. My work situation has changed yet again. Last time, that was around 3 months ago, and I switched to 25 hours a week with my day job. And that sort of allowed me to work, do my morning stream, continue that, work 5 hours in the day, and then move on to and do an afternoon stream. It's good. Like we get a lot more streams in. I've like doubled the amount of content I'm able to create, but it's also fairly difficult to work with like the 2 separate streams. And it's not really all that helpful. With the new year, working with my company, we've sort of mutually decided to continue scaling down. So now I'm going to be working 10 hours a week for my day job, which does mean that now we can say that I'm a lot more full-time on Brooks Builds than I am on the day job. So what is that going to mean? Well, it means that we're going to be focusing on just like dedicated days for streams. And I'm going to have a dedicated not stream just Brooks Builds day, and then I'm going to fill like one day of the week is going to be the work for the day job, work for that, which I guess I can't really call the day job anymore. I'm working contract with them now. So here's what I'm thinking of a general schedule. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, probably to begin with 6-hour streams. My plan is to do like sort of a brunch beforehand, and then start a little bit later in a day. I'm not sure exactly when yet, maybe around like 10 a.m. or so, and then work through there with you all. And this will allow me to have 2 what I would call like value stream days, and then 1 fun stream day. So the 2 value streams, like for example, continuing on the Git project, that would be one of the streams. I intend to have 1 stream, no matter what, be a course creation / update stream. So starting next week, we're back on to creating courses again. And then 1 stream will be the sort of like the fun stream, sort of like what I've been doing with the creating the evolutionary codes, like more of that, like playing games with code, playing coding, like engineering type games, doing that kind of stuff, hanging out with all of you, and working on that. So the plan is now Monday is the 1st. Monday is New Year's Day. I want to stream on the day, but I don't know how much sleep I'm going to get the night before. So I might actually just make that start later in the day and just do a shorter stream for Monday, and then start with like the fuller streams on Tuesday, Wednesday. The other thing is that I'm going to play around with the days, because I might end up with just like feeling, okay, I would rather have like, a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday stream, or a Monday, Wednesday, Thursday stream, or something like that. I will be playing around those week by week. So I'll be putting out my schedule into the Discord channel in the case, that it changes. And then lastly, because I am on this like 10 hours a week, that really is for handling emergencies and then helping out the team with automation type stuff, so that when I'm not there. So there is a possibility that during the week something will happen with what I right now call the day job, and I'll have to switch over and work with them. So if it's a small short thing, I'll probably just do it on stream. We'll turn into an emergency co-working stream, where I'll just have to mute myself. I won't be able to share the screen of the computer I'm using for that, and you'll watch me fix that, and then we'll switch back over and continue on. If it is a bigger emergency and I need to like just fully focus, I might just have to do an emergency stream shutdown at that point, and then focus on them. So that's the price of me being able to focus so much on Brooks Builds and have the 10 hours is that's what that is. And then the Friday is going to be the 10 hours on Brooks, on my day job. I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to say. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, please let me know. I'm available on Discord. I'm available on Twitter. I'm available, obviously, in the comments and in Twitch chat. And if any of you have any suggestions, thoughts, or anything else, let me know. I'm hoping that this will allow me to focus a lot more on course creation, on providing, like, building things that you all want to see. And then also maybe like actually starting to like build out and provide, like, do things that will attract even more people to the channel, which would be really awesome. So thank you so much if you watched all of that, and I hope to see you in the next video, whenever that is. Bye. All right, recording is done. Unrelated question about the genetic stuff. Also, hello, low game. You know, other stuff similar of what you are using for Java. I don't know any of that for Java. I'm using GGEZ for the game engine. So basically any game engine, and then whatever I'm doing can, like, consider that separated out from the whatever, like, GGEZ. Like, all that stuff can be just done separately, and then you just wire that in as just like a player. It's like you're just grabbing inputs from that. All right, is that Bamero? Hello. How's the genetic algorithm coming along? Here, let's take a look. If I turn me off, we can turn that on, and this is what it's looking like right now. It's a lot better than it was the other day. It seems to have hit a wall. It generally is doing I've realized that, oh, you can't see my mouse. The bullets fired this generation, and the generations count. No, the generations count I think is correct. The bullets fired this generation I think is a lie. Unfortunately. I think the generations count and then the max hits per in a generation are the only things that we can actually trust. And that's because of something we changed to try. I think I have a few bugs in there. However, it is trying to learn despite that. So I think that the question that this entire thing was trying to answer, which was how can we create a neural evolutionary, like, bot, I think that's done. I think we know what that means. And we know how to do that for something else. So probably this afternoon we can play around a little bit more with it, add in like one more feature or so, and then probably plan what the next fun stream is going to be, which I think is going to be coding game again. But we'll chat about that this afternoon. Okay, let's come back to the main screen here. If you have any questions about the update. Oh, wait, did you break? Of course you broke. Oh, okay, no, you came back. You came back. We're good. I should have had Zilby on the stream during the stream update. That would have been nice. Yeah, so any questions about, like, upcoming schedule? It's I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be good. I wonder if I just want to iterate through manually and just track what the index we have. Dayloop, hello. Have you looked at the deep does things for your genetic? Oh, you mean like deep neural networks? I've done deep neural networks before in the past. I don't really like fully remember exactly how it works, but that would be something like I have one set of inputs and then that goes into like another group of weights and other stuff, and then like that can go into like multiple deepness. I have no idea how that would work. Oh, deep is a Python library. No, I have no idea. I don't know. I've never even heard of deep. So the answer to that would be no. Okay, so if I start with something like index is 0. Oh, it's very functional. Nice. I know that there's some deep networking libraries in Rust. That would be interesting to check out. Actually, like making a game and try to play it would be interesting. I think I might want to like I had some requests to try some different coding game stuff back out again, so I might go to that for a little bit and then come back to neural network type things. I'm not sure what I want to do with that. Okay, so index 0. Okay, so if I start with an index of 0, I just want to get, okay, so I want to get the header bytes out, which we know is until the first I wonder if I need to do this in the loop. So I just do infinite loop like that. We start with 0. I want to find, I guess we can get the next chunk here. I want to get the next chunk here. It might be interesting to have this give me the index back from it, because that gives me the things between it, right? So if I get, we get the header bytes. And then I want to like go if I mute oh no, I don't want to. I'm going to need something like this to mute this is going to be like our slice of bytes. So byte slice, byte slice. I want 0 through everything. Do I have to do that? Can I just do this? Does that give me everything too? I think that does. Okay. We have our tree objects. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that for right now. I have this index. I'm not sure. Okay, let me just not worry about that right this second. Okay, so we get our header. We get our header bytes out, which I want to use. Let's start using next chunk from the byte slice. So I get the first thing out, and then I want to read what this is. I kind of want like a function of like print out print out a chunk of bytes. It's like two string bytes to string maybe. So so we have our bytes. Okay, so I have that. Bytes to string. We get, okay, so bytes to string. So I just want to use that to sort of like read what the heck is going on. Let's go ahead and comment this out. Let's not worry about that. Okay, so I want to just that header bytes to string, header bytes. We're going to debug the header. Okay, so that gives us the tree 338. So that's kind of what we expected. And I kind of want to just start, like, keep on doing this until it's just like something else. So let's now do header. Now we think it's the mode, right? So mode bytes is now going to be our next chunk. The bytes slice, and we'll do 1. We'll unwrap you, and I want let mode bytes to string, the mode bytes. So let's add the header and mode in here. Okay, so now we have header and mode. Now, the idea here is now I need to figure out where this is, the index of this one, and then also go wait 20 more. Bytes. It's like switch, go off from. Okay, so figure out where this is. So I want the index of this second one. So that our index of the second one so equal our byte slice Now I can't get position here, so we're gonna have to iter. Now position searches for element iterator, returning its index. It will stop processing as soon as it finds a true. Okay, so we're gonna do something not great. We're gonna be mute. No, this is not gonna work. I think I have to do this after we get the first chunk. I get the null index, and then I want to overwrite the byte slice. So I'm gonna do byte slice is now gonna have to be equal to bytes of null index to the end. And then so we get the so we get header bytes, we get that, then we get the null index, and we update the byte slice, and then we get the mode bytes, and you become just the first one. We get the modes, so then I want you to still be we're just gonna go until we get errors. Okay, so mode is null. Mode is not it has to be +1. So null index +1. I'm gonna do that over here. Okay, so we have the header and the mode now. So I want to do the exact same thing here. Where we say, okay, get the null index again from the byte slice. But I want to, okay, so we're at the end here. So the theory is that it's not a null index. So I want to plus equals 20. Null index equals null index plus 20. Let's try this to get the byte slice and reset that. And then I want, let's say we try the header again. So this would be header 2 bytes, header 2, header 2 bytes, and header 2. Yes. Okay. I get the next chunk until the end. It's not tree. It's not blob. It's something with es in the name. Okay, so if I do get ls tree name only, is there anything with es in here? Get, okay, so get attributes, which we had already gotten, right? Oh, did I not skip enough? There's no other ES. Oh, there's this test. It should be, though, getting just this. This should be the second one. Let's try... But yeah, it has to be the end because I'm getting the full chunk of it that I got. So it must be this one, which means the null index. Okay, so we got the null index from you. Okay, so I got null index is position of the first one of this. Okay, wait, so I got header bytes, header. Oh, and it's after time too. Header bytes, header, null, then, so I get that. I figure out where this first one was that we got the chunk from, and I get the rest of them. Okay, so... Oh, I need to do this again. So I basically... Here, we just do these together. So like... Header, get the null index, and set the slice. Okay, byte slice. Okay, so then we figured out what it is. Then I also null index increase it by 20. Byte slice. I set you to be that. Okay, so I figure out the index, then I add 20 to that. Get the byte slice. Okay, let's try this again now. Invalid UTF-8 data. Okay. So the question is, do I need to wait? Do I need to go more? So that's +1, just in case. That's it. That's not it. Okay. I think, so we'll be continuing this on, I believe, on Monday. I don't know exactly what time during the day on Monday I'm going to start. It sort of depends upon how late I'm up on Sunday night because New Year's. A lot of people over here in America like to do explosives, especially in the winter when there's a less fire hazard, so they feel that they can. So I may or may not get any sleep at all. So the idea will be sometime during the day we'll be continuing this on Monday. And we'll be figuring this out. I think what I need to do is just loop through the entire thing one character at a time, one byte at a time, and then print out what the character is if it's a string, like if it can be turned into a string, and if it can't, ignore it, and then we can actually just print out what this entire thing is, because we know what it's supposed to be. We know it's this. So we'll get there. We'll figure that out. But unfortunately, I'm out of time today, which is not something we're going to have to worry about next time because we will have more than 1.5 hours for it. Okay, so let's do our outro. This has been a partnered stream because I partnered with Code Crafters. If this type of challenge is something that's interesting to you, if you want to work on something like this, I do have a link in the description of the video on YouTube, and then also I have a link here in Code Crafters on Twitch. So if this is something that is interesting to you, if you have access to a well, especially if you have access to a like an education budget for your company, then this could be a great way to spend that. If you do use that link, they give me a pretty sizable chunk of the purchase without necessarily adding more to that. So that's I think that's all I've got. I've got to head off to my day job for the last time before, you know, at least I guess Friday is going to be a day job still. So not last time for the stream, but last time breaking the streams up for the day job. All right. That's all I got. Everybody, I hope that you all have a great rest of your Friday. If I see you this afternoon for the afternoon stream, we'll see you then. Otherwise, have a good weekend. See you next time. Bye.